We'll start by grounding with some gentle movement, ease into some heat building, fire and activating asanas, and then end focusing on the breath to cool it down. Hello, all my relatives, and welcome to 7 Teachings Yoga. This is a space to practice yoga from an Indigenous worldview, inspired by the Anishinaabe 7 sacred grandfather teachings. Let's practice together. Hello, all my relatives, and welcome back to 7 Teachings Yoga. I love doing that. My name is Shayna, and I'm an Indigenous yoga instructor and wellness leader who is passionate about sharing tools that have helped me with all of you, my friends, with others. Let's practice. We're going to come to find Tadasana, mountain pose, feet wide or close, maybe taking the toes, bringing them up, splaying them back down on the ground, feeling firmly rooted against Mother Earth below you. Palms facing forward, open up the chest slightly. Option to close down the eyes if that feels comfortable. Exhale all the air out. Inhale in through the nose, belly expands. Ribs grow wide. Chest lifts. As you exhale, release from the chest. Ribs, belly. One more 3-part breath into the belly, ribs, chest. Exhale, release from the chest, ribs, belly. In your mind's eye, start visualizing roots growing from the bottom of your feet down to Mother Earth, below the floor beneath you, into the cement, the dirt, into Mother Earth, growing deeper and deeper. And with every bit of depth that your roots grow, you feel more firmly rooted, more grounded and strong. Feeling the support of Mother Earth. With your next inhale, visualize the love, support, and energy from Mother Earth traveling up your roots, into your feet, your legs, your body, your whole being. As you exhale, release any heavy energy that you no longer need out of your body, down through the roots into Mother Earth. She knows what to do to alchemize this energy. Inhaling love, support, guidance through the roots into your being. Exhaling any stress, any worries, anything out of our control. Inhale in through the nose, belly expands, expansive energy pulling upwards. As you exhale, let the shoulders drop, release what you no longer need. Option to gently blink open the eyes if they're closed. We're going to find some movement here, some gentle neck circles. Coming back to that tree breath anytime we need to feel some grounding or support in our lives. And let the head gently sway side to side. From here, gentle arm circles. Inhale, reach the arms out, up above head. Exhale as the arms float back down. Just like that, but watch for the shift. Inhale, arms come up. Clasp at the top, perhaps push towards the sky. Exhale, float the hands back down. One more just like that. Inhale, reach, fingertips in opposite directions. Clasp and push. Exhale, float the hands back down. Great job. Bend the knees, relax the body. We're just going to twist gently side to side. Maybe tapping the body lightly with the hands as we twist. Yogi's choice, and listening to our bodies. How much twist do we need today? And mindfully, slowly, allow your twists to soften, your movements to slowly decrease until eventually we're back at stillness. Opening up the chest, find cactus arms. Inhale, draw the elbows back towards each other, slightly lift the chest. Exhale, close off the body, elbows come towards each other. Perhaps look down. Inhale, open up the body, elbows open up and draw back towards each other. Exhale, elbows come back in towards each other. Flowing with the element of water. Inhale, circle sweep, hands above head. Exhale, twist, right arm reaches forward, left arm reaches back. Inhale, reach both hands above head. And exhale, twist in the opposite direction. Left arm reaches forward, right arm reaches back. Inhale, hands reach above head. And exhale, twist using your own breath. Perhaps twisting throughout the whole body now. Inhale, hands above head. Exhale, twist, last one. Building some heat in the shoulders. Inhale, hands above head. Exhale, forward fold over the body. Bend the knees, let the belly rest on the thighs. Now I'll show from this angle, I have quite a big bend in my knees here. Let the head relax, body just rest over the legs. Perhaps swaying side to side, fluid like water, moving with the flow here. Any movements that our body might be wanting or asking for. Maybe nod or shake the head. On your next inhale, come to stand, circle sweep, hands above head. Exhale, hands down through heart center. Inhale, circle sweep, hands above head. Clasp the hands at the top, pointer fingers pointing up, exhale together. Inhale, grow tall. Exhale, reach the fingertips over to the right side, hips splay over to the left. Inhale, grow tall. Exhale, side bend in the opposite direction. Now as we side bend, try to keep our body in one plane. Inhale, come back up. Exhale as we bend. Might have a tendency to come forward. We're looking for one plane here over time. And of course, with consistent practice, we can make growth over time, progress. Ooh. Here and there. Exhale, float the hands down through heart center. Inhale, sit the hips back, finding a chair. Now option 2, place hands on the shoulders, reach the hands above head. Option to find wide foot placement or close, yogi's choice here. One more inhale together. Exhale, forward fold over the legs. Inhale, plant the left hand, reach right hand towards the sky. Exhale, switch, right hand plants. Inhale, left hand reaches towards the sky. Exhale, both hands plant, forward fold. Inhale, circle sweep, hands above head. Exhale, hands down through heart center. Getting ready to build some heat, drawing on the inspiration, strength of fire. Ground down through the left foot. Inhale, right foot to the sky, any amount. Exhale, step that right foot back 2 to 3 feet. We're looking for high lunge here. Both hips facing forward, back heel lifted. Option to keep the hands at the hips or inhale, hands reach above head. And we're going to stay here for a couple of breaths. Finding a couple of beats here to build some strength. And as the asana gets challenging, we can come back to our anchor, come back to that breath. We can do this by trying to lengthen out the breath, or perhaps just spending some mindful awareness, mindful attention on the breath. One more inhale together. Exhale, open up warrior two, back foot parallel to the short edge of the mat, arms outstretched in opposite directions. I like to keep my face looking forward. You can look over that top hand as well. Yogi's choice. We're just here for a couple of breaths. Now, as we reflect on fire, we might consider our own inner fire, that discipline that we walk with life. And if our discipline isn't there quite yet, we can always build this habit and build this just like a muscle. Let's find a reverse warrior. Right hand reaches for back leg. Flip the left grip. We're going to reach that left hand up towards the sky. Exhale, back to warrior two. Inhale together. Exhale, we're going to shift the hips, step forward, finding Tadasana. Coming to the tops of the mat, finding a slight moment of pause here in this mountain pose, this Tadasana. Perhaps feeling the effects of the asana on one side of the body. Perhaps feeling the heart beat a little bit faster, the breath a little bit harder. Let's take one inhale together. Belly goes big. Exhale, side out the mouth. Let it all go. Inhale, open up the eyes if they're closed. We're going to repeat that on the opposite side. Ground down through the right. Exhale together. Inhale, lift left knee any amount. Exhale, step left foot back 2 to 3 feet, finding that high lunge warrior. Again, option 2, keep hands here or reach them up above head. In this high lunge warrior, I like to keep my back heel lifted, hips facing forward like 2 headlights. Relax the face muscles. Relax the back of the neck, the shoulders, while still keeping an engaged asana. Inhale, grow tall. Exhale, open up warrior two. Back foot parallel to short edge of the mat. We're taking that right knee, opening it up, which allows us to open up that right hip. Hands outstretched in opposite directions. Neutral gaze or gaze over the leading hand. Staying here for a couple of breaths. Already feeling that heat in the legs, in the shoulders, perhaps the whole body. But knowing that we're often stronger than we think. And the mind can often trick us into thinking we're weaker than we really are. Remember times that we've expressed strength and resiliency, and call upon these times when we feel like we can't hold it any longer. One more breath together. And exhale, finding your reverse. Inhale, switch. Reach up, reverse warrior. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, shift back to warrior one, step back up to the top of the mat, Tadasana, mountain pose. We started our practice grounding with the element of earth. We then gained inspiration from water, going with the flow and softening and accepting what is in life. We then built heat, gaining motivation, gaining inspiration from fire, and looking inward to our own fire, our own spirit. Now we're going to take a moment to ground with the breath, the element of air. Option 2, stay here. Option 2, find a more comfortable lying down position or seated position. Placing one hand on the chest, one hand on the belly. Feeling the breath move the body as we inhale, body expands. As you exhale, body contracts. As you inhale, fill up the body with fresh air, with life, Pamatsuan. As you exhale, let the body relax here. Inhale, filling up the body. At the top of the inhale, notice the switch, the pause, the change from inhale to exhale. As you exhale and reach the bottom of your exhale, notice that transition, the pause between the exhale and the inhale. Bringing mindfulness to the whole breath, the inhale. The shift at the top, our exhale. The shift at the bottom. Expressing gratitude for each breath. Gratitude for the elements, for how they take care of us, give us life. Gratitude for self in our part of this web. And perhaps considering how we can be an even better relative to these elements. Option to stay in this stillness for as long as you'd like. But if you're ready to move on, gently bring some movement back into the body, perhaps wiggling fingers, wiggling toes. Gently blinking open the eyes, coming back to this time and space. Miigwech, thank you so much for practicing with me, and I will see you on the mat next week.